Welcome back. You're still watching Business Incorporated here on Channels Television. Now, Nigeria's average annual fertilizer production is about 1.47 million metric tons. That was before 2021. Dangote Fertilizer Plant was commissioned in December 2021 and has added 3 million metric tons per annum to that annual production capacity. The total output of Nigeria's fertilizer should be approximately 5 million tons. Typically, there's a correlation between fertilizer utilization and agricultural output and sector growth. However, in spite of this increase in fertilizer production in Nigeria, agricultural output and sector growth has constantly remained low. Why is this? Well, we have Mayowa Oluwatomi, analyst with financial derivatives, joining us in the studio now to tell us her perspective. Hi, Mayowa. Good to have you. Second time this week.
Yes.
So obviously, farmers need fertilizer for crop production.
Yeah.
And so we see higher fertilizer and lower production. Yeah. What's going on in Nigeria?
So, as you know, that there's actually shortage of fertilizer globally, and it's other countries have had to look for alternative sources, and because as a result of this shortage, we've seen people other countries go look for alternative sources to be able to fill up that demand. So for production in Nigeria, most distributors have actually found it more profitable to actually export fertilizer than selling it, because there's dollar scarcity, and it's more profitable for them to export. So there's this smuggling of fertilizer outside. Fertilizer has become more expensive as a result of Russia-Ukraine war and the sanctions on its economy. So this has been and also as a result of that, it has made it more expensive for Nigerians.
So it now makes it more profitable for people to export,
yes,
rather than sell it for domestic use.
So other countries that are actually getting this fertilizer are getting more agriculture outputs from their farmlands than from in Nigeria. So this is what we've been saying so far. And so it's just what we're saying.
Yeah, but there's also the conversation that we do know by now that part of the components that they use for fertilizer is also used for making bomb and some of those things for security. So some people are saying that it's actually being diverted, because it seems in the areas where you're supposed to see more fertilizer production, you also see insurgency.
So, I think around this time last year, there was a case of, an army, capturing a particular person who was, he sold more of urea fertilizer to the, what do they call them?
Insurgents,
yes,
bandits.
So, bandits, yes. That's Boko Haram, yes, that's what I'm saying. So, and when he sold that to them, and he just caught them. So it's not out of place. It's not out of place. It can be linked. So there've been other cases. I think the Owo massacre, I think there was a case of bomb. They used bomb for, in that operation. And so this has actually, it's really true, even though there are steps that most security agents in Nigeria have actually taken to make sure that they curb that issue. But then it could be linked, actually.
Okay, so what can we do now? So we have two major hurdles. We have the fact that it's now more attractive to export the fertilizer, and then we have the diverted use, by insurgents. What can Nigeria do?
To buttress that point, I think about a bag of fertilizer was selling for about 5,000 as of last year. Now it's about 17,500, and it's still coming from the fact that there's shortage in Nigeria, despite the fact that we produce more fertilizer. So I think what can be done is proper monitoring. For example, talking about the insurgency cases, I think there are security agents that has been placed to monitor this sale and purchase of fertilizer, from where they are bought to where they are going to be utilized. Sometimes we've had the security agents follow them down to where they are being utilized. And also, they always require documents for, evidence to show that this fertilizer is really going to be used in farmland. So I think that operation has to be intense. Why, they should not be compromised as regards those
So in
laws.
essence, you're just asking for more regulation.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay. We do hope to see that. Well, thank you so much, Luatomi Mayowa, analyst of financial derivatives. Thank you. Thank you so much for your perspective. All right, so let's look at some of the stories we can accommodate just before we go. Kenya authorities are in talks with their Nigerian and Ethiopian counterparts to repatriate tens of millions of dollars belonging to the national carrier Kenya Airways. Its official declined to disclose how much it is unable to repatriate from the two countries. Kenya Airways says its business has suffered the impact of high fuel prices and the shortage of dollars in Lagos and Addis Ababa, leading to a loss of $82 million. We told you about this yesterday in the first 6 months of this year. Meanwhile, the International Air Transport Association, IATA, has said that up to $464 million belonging to foreign carriers are stuck in Nigeria. And then Forex staff Zimbabwe is securitizing its high-value minerals to access lines of credit from international lenders for on-lending to the productive sectors of the economy. The use of expected revenue from the minerals to guarantee loan facilities from financiers comes as lenders have shut their doors on Zimbabwe due to its $14 billion external debt, which has closed the taps to funding. Last year, the reserve for the Bank of Zimbabwe offshore financing of $1.8 billion from Afrexim Bank and Gemco, among others. Zimbabwe requires foreign currency to augment the forex inflows through exports to meet the growing demands of companies. Egyptians working around the world transferred $31.9 billion to Egypt in the fiscal year of 2021 and 2022, and that's an increase of $31.5 billion in 2020 and 2021. The statement released by the country's central bank indicates that the period from April to June 2022 witnessed an increase in remittances by 3%, recording $8.3 billion compared to $8.1 billion in the corresponding period of the year. And still talking about Egypt, exports of domestic cotton surged by 101.5% during the 2021 session. That's from September to August, to hit 1.761 thousand metric tons, up from 1,000 metric tons during the 2020 season. And data from the Central Agency for Public Mobilization and Statistics showed that the amount of cotton production amounted to 2.3 million quintals in 2001, making an increase of 33.3% on a year-on-year basis. And in South Africa, South Africa's latest household affordability index released by the Economic Justice and Dignity Group shows a continued rise in food items in August 2022, meaning that less money in the pocket of consumers. The average cost of household food basket is 4,775 rand and 59 cents, and that's up 0.6% from 4,748 and 87 cents in July. And this has led families underspending on food by a minimum of 46.8%. That's it on the program today. Thank you so much for being a part of Business Incorporated. We have a final one on Friday tomorrow. I'll see you then. I'm Ini John McQuine. Enjoy the rest of your day.